way earlier than expected. Because did we do a video last week?
Yeah.
Like
right on time.
Oh, okay, so we're on time. Anyway, you guys know I am. I'm Fitz.
Natasha.
And we're Captivity TV. So we just want to come talk to you guys about a couple of things that have been going on in the media. And social media, more like it.
Pop culture and shit, you know.
All that bullshit. So first up will be Miss Tamar Braxton.
Oh, Wendy Williams.
And versus Tia. The real.
Yeah, pretty much. She's seen Tia, who was Tamara's twin sister in the airport. And when she was on Wendy Williams, she pretty much tried to make it seem like she just said hi to...
Yeah, the story was a lot different than what Tia said.
But Tia,
clarified.
Clarified and gave her... her shape was better than Tamar's.
It was subtle and professional. But at the end of the day, they're both sides, there's three sides to every story. There's two different stories that we're hearing here, which I tend to lean towards Tia's story. So pretty much Tamar said that she said hi, she saw Tia in the airport, she said hi and that was it. Then, of course, Wendy Williams being her messy ass, when Tia went up to the show, she asked her about the encounter with Tamar. And she said that Tamar actually and Vincent, they were actually nice. And Tamar offered their escort through the airport to Tia because Tia was traveling alone. And they were cordial, they laughed, talked, and went about their business. So Tamar pretty much tried to make it seem like it was shade thrown right to Tia's face. I mean, saying, hey... That's it, because if you recall, when Tamar was on the show with Tamara, they were very close. And it came across like they were very close. So, for you just to... And knowing, of course, she probably was around Tia, because they're twins, they're close. Tia and Tamara are pretty close. To then act like, I just shaded her, I just said, hey, and that was it. It doesn't seem real. It seems like Tamar trying to put on for the cameras, like she 99.9999% does.
But Muppets aren't real,
her own sisters. Well, now I wasn't gonna say
that. They're not though.
But I do think that Tamar needs to stop, because her career could be so much more further than where it is because of her attitude was just horrible. I wish she would stop, because I used to love Tamar, and I still love Tamar's voice, but I just think Tamar kills herself every time. Every time I think that, she's disappearing and gonna, work on herself and come back as a better person, she shows you that she can't.
She just is nasty as she was.
She may feel like, it was just a little, section of the show, I'm pretty certain that her people probably told Wendy was not talking about it, because when Wendy brought it up, she's like, well, I have to ask, and Tamar kind of did look like, but if I recall, that her and Wendy had fell out at one point too. So there's no way I would be on the show.
On her second album.
Yeah, there's no way I would have.
Love Awards, not her first album.
Right. There's no way I would be on the show and not, I would be like, I'm not going to talk about that. I wouldn't play this nice game and all that shit, but Tamar probably needs the publicity or whatever. But I'm saying all this to say that Tamar just needs to just stop. Be 100, be authentically yourself, and if this is the person you are, you need to go figure out what's going on with you, because it's not cool. It's not always nice to be even attractive.
She's even that way to her own sisters. Right.
So
I don't like the way she treats Tracy.
I don't like the way she treats
any of them, but especially Tracy.
Particularly Tracy.
She tries to treat Tracy like the black sheep, like the one, like. She don't really belong in the family, and shading her on her singing and all of that. Given Tracy does not have the best voice, but that's your sister.
Why would you try to kick her while she's down?
In any way, you can.
Right.
But she's such a brat that she can't even
see it.
Put her own feelings aside for the betterment of their sisterhood.
And truth be told, I wish you would stop, because we won't know who you were if it wasn't for Tony. So please stop, because you tried to come on your own the first album.
She don't even want to acknowledge
Please
her
stop.
sister's success when
it's beneficial
to her.
But don't get me wrong. Like I said, Tamar can sing, but I do think I understand why a lot of her doors were closed and locked and chained and bolted because of her attitude. Her attitude was just not cool, and I understand. I have a baby sister as well, and I do understand like they do have bratty ways just from naturally just being the baby, but she's like being malicious with her ways, and that's not cool. Tamar needs to work on that for sure. And you know, honestly, like it's old shit, her and K Michelle, but honestly, her attitude kind of pushed me closer to K Michelle as far as wanting to listen to her music and check out what she was about, because of that whole falling out. Because I was seeing how nasty Tamar could be from jump. And then on top of that, you ride on somebody else's train about somebody else's drama and abuse in their relationship that had nothing to do with you, but we're not going to go there. So I want to move on over that shit. So next topic I want to talk about was Janet Jackson's secret child. So apparently, DeBarge, one of DeBarges, or whatever his name, DeBarge, supposedly, you know, they said that Janet Jackson had a secret baby with him, you know, towards the beginning of her career. And she did look kind of plump from those pictures, and that she did wear oversized clothes, and she did kind of disappear for a minute. So now all of a sudden, some woman is coming out saying that she is Janet Jackson's child. She's 31 years old. She's saying that, you know, I'm the secret child that everybody has talked about. You know, it's pretty much been a myth in the black music world that Janet Jackson had a child secretly, and they took it away and did whatever they had to do with it, so that way her career wouldn't stop or be, you know, overshadowed by her being a young mom. Do I believe it? It's hard. Possible. It's hard. We're talking about the Jacksons, and they definitely know how to control the media. So that could be very much so true.
I don't know though.
But I know DeBarge or whatever the fuck their name was. I'm sorry, I can't. I think it's DeBarge. Their last name is DeBarge, right? Mm-hmm. I know they have a history of drugs, so I don't know if that maybe they hit the wrong. I don't know, but I hope that's not the case. I hope Janet Jackson definitely, you know, if that anything like that would have happened, I would hope by now she would have came to terms with it and been like, at least accept the daughter, if that's the case. But you know, who knows? Shit. I mean, who knows?
Even if she, like, you know, she does acknowledge it, she probably don't feel like the child's mom, because I was too engrossed in my career to, like, you know, rear you. So,
and then, you know, back then, it was definitely unacceptable for a lady, you know, being a star, and she was a young star, to have a baby like that. So I get it. I mean, you know,
worse than Brandy time.
Yeah, that was in Brandy lied about that shit, her marriage, to cover up her shit. So I guess, and the shit that supposedly that Brown said about Janet Jackson in his book. So I like Janet was a freak and a freak. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
Anytime, any place, of course, Janet was a freak.
I mean, if we go, let's talk about the Velvet Room or Velvet Ropes, whatever, Velvet Ropes. I believe that's what the shit her tour was called, and that shit was freaky as hell.
I love the album though; it's a good album.
Oh, the album was called Velvet Ropes too.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad loves
the Velvet. Yeah, it was the Velvet Ropes. Yeah.
Okay, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
It had so Go Deep.
Did she like moan on one of them and shit, like orgasm? Did she had an orgasm?
Probably, she had a lot of skits on that album, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I skipped them shits though. I was strictly there for the music. The music was good. But what's the next topic? We love you, Janet.
Yeah, I definitely love Miss Janet Jackson. Next topic was 50 Cent and the whole Power fiasco. So if you guys recall earlier, like last year, I believe it was when Power was airing. They showed 50 Cent's dick, and 50 Cent went on this whole rant about how the creator didn't say that, you know, or the person that writes this, the writer, should I say, did not tell him in the scene that his dick actually would be shown. He made a big deal out of it. So literally, this was everywhere, like all over fucking Twitter, all over fucking Instagram, nigga. I just, you know, everybody knows that 50 Cent can be a troll. That nigga can be a troll.
Oh my gosh. I wish that nigga would stop trying to make fetch happen.
Right. So now he literally is coming out. They did an interview recently, and he said that was all for publicity for Power. But I kind of feel like, aren't you the same guy that always trashes, what's that other show with Taraji in it? fuck, I can't think of the name of it. Empire. Aren't you the one that always trashes Empire and says, you know, we have the highest ratings power, and they copied us and da 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 all that shit.
But you pulling stunts for ratings. What? Side-eye?
Sometimes it just don't make sense. Like effing Blocker, that shit just like it just don't make sense.
That's what I mean when I said I wish you would stop trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah,
your effing Blocker.
It just doesn't happen. I'm sorry. I like 50 Cent. I think 50 Cent is actually. I love where he came from. I love his story. I think it's pretty dope.
I don't really like his story. I feel like he was a punk ass bitch for shading Ja Rule for singing on his music and talking about him just to turn around and do the same shit for his entire career.
Yeah, it's that whole thing, like the whole power situation. He does it for publicity. I don't feel like he's a bitch. I just think that.
I think Wankster was a song about himself.
No, you so stupid. Even though he has a Ja Rule doll in the video, I just think that it literally he's strategic. And he don't give a fuck. He just don't give a fuck. Like, he's strategic. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tweet this shit out. Oh, well. And then she went along with it. And he probably called her like, bitch, this could be ratings, you know? And she's like, okay, I'm gonna argue back and forth with you. Like, you know, like, he's strategic and knowing that publicity, sparking that whole thing about his dick. Maybe go watch the show.
Because, they showed 50's
exactly.
Dick.
Exactly. Because probably a lot of people didn't realize that was the case.
I didn't notice it. I watched the show, but I didn't notice that his shit was out, like, at all.
Yeah, so I'm sure that was, like, he's very, very
It was so quick, I'm sure, because I don't recall.
Yeah. Yeah.
You watched the show?
I saw it. Yeah, I watched the show, and I saw it, and I was like, nigga, yeah, you knew that was going to be there, because why are you naked on set? And you don't think your dick is going to be... Because they usually have, I'm sure... Like, we've all seen sex, not porno, sorry, guys. Like, rated R movies to where they have a sex scene. Like, I'm sure they're, like, guarded. Even you know, ass out or whatever, titties is out. I'm sure they're guarded in their special places. So the fact that yours was out on set, you don't think that was going to be shown?
You're a
liar. It was a stunt from the word the. So, next topic I have is Snoop Dogg versus Donald Trump. Versus you guys as president.
45.
Right. He literally, supposedly, I guess, not even supposedly, so Snoop Dogg had some type of video that was released online to where he held a play gun to Donald Trump. A fake figure of Donald Trump, or picture of Donald Trump. I haven't seen
did some white bitch say that she wanted them to Bow Wow and his dad?
Right. So I'm gonna get to that whole situation. So of course, you know, Trump felt some type of way about it, whatever, and you know, said like, if this was Obama, this would never be accepted, all that shit. And so Bow Wow went in and tweeted, which nobody needs your help, Bow Wow. Please stop. Please.
I'm just shocked that Bow Wow was black today. Like this nigga swore that he wasn't even black. Like,
so now you got something
now
to say.
you're black,
right?
Because it fits your narrative right now. Like,
because it works for you.
Go sit down somewhere.
Right. I thought you don't even Bow Wow no more. Aren't you like Sean
Moss, whatever his name is? Yeah.
So literally, Sean Moss, aka Bow Wow, Little Bow Wow, came to the rescue for Snoop, and which was not needed. And he pretty much said something like that was crazy as fuck about Trump's wife, first lady, or whatever she is, lady, second lady, third lady. What's her name? Ivanka, right? No, Ivanka's daughter. What's her name? Melania. That one. See, that's horrible. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. They're not my presidential family. But so supposedly. Right, Obama's still my president in my mind. So
that's the last president I know of.
Bow Wow was pretty much saying like, oh yeah, you know, we'll take your wife or snatch your wife, some like disrespectful shit. Which, you know, I kind of thought was, wow, that's a lot, but whatever, you know, because I recall recently when my president was actually in the White House, because, you know, he's outside the White House, you know, he's on a vacation or whatever. They called his wife a monkey, an ape and shit. So it's a fair game. And Trump probably found a fucking kick out of that shit. Because, you know, I mean, Trump has always been against Obama. You know, all the way from trying to make him prove that he was born in America. So literally, we know that he probably thought that was hilarious. So I see nothing wrong with it. The whole gun situation from Snoop doing that gun situation pointing at Trump in the video. I've seen white people have a fucking fake little doll of Obama's face and that mask. You know how they always do the Halloween mask for each president. They had an Obama face mask on a doll with a noose around his neck. So I don't give a fuck. Snoop is just a regular person. If Trump would stop being a celebrity president, he shouldn't even work, because at the end of the day, Snoop is just a regular person to him, because he's their president. So you shouldn't be worried about what celebrities are doing. You shouldn't be worried about them, because they're
you want to play both roles. You want to be the apprentice.
Exactly. You want to be Donald Trump. You're fired. No, you still want to be in the office.
You gave up your reality star job when you took on being a president. Stop being a punk ass bitch and be a president. But we know that it's not in you, so that's why you're just 45.
Right, and that's why you talking about somebody fucking, what he said, wiring your office and shit, make allegations that's completely false. Just tweeting it, and then you have the nerve to say that you did not say that, when you clearly said Obama.
He is an embarrassment to this country. Like,
that dude is horrible. It's so sad. Anybody that voted for that dude really need to go get some help, like mental help, because we saw this coming. Everybody that was sitting there saying, everybody that voted for Hillary, we saw it coming. We knew that was going to be issues. So I don't know. I don't want to hear
anybody who did not vote for him. Let's put it like that, because some people didn't necessarily vote for Hillary.
Yeah, but like I told
whoever did not vote for him,
and like I said, we
know better. We knew better.
And although our votes seemed like it didn't count because he didn't even win necessarily vote based off of votes.
Our votes didn't count.
But I think if it was overwhelmingly, it was like, it'd be like 1.3 million people that voted for vote for Hillary or something. Don't you guys correct me? I think it was like 1.3 million people that ended up Hillary actually won when it came to actual votes counted, by citizens. But
popular vote, that's what they said.
Yeah, popular. Right. Popular vote. But there's way more people in America than 1.3 million people, that if we would have came in numbers to where it was like 5 million, or 6 million, there would be no question. Then that way we could be like an uprising, because pretty much Trump is trying to say, oh, the number was screwed, because it could be literally a glitch in the system, or Russia or whoever the fuck he's trying to say fucked up the system for 1.3 million people, because that's not that big of a number when you think about the overall citizenship in America. But like I said, I don't give a fuck. He's still, like I said in previous videos, he ain't my president. He ain't never gonna be my president. That nigga, he needs to just go ahead and just go somewhere. Like, really, he needs to go somewhere, because he's a joke. Be
impeached by now.
Well, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. We stop thinking about our the office is still our party is still Republican, so they're willing to, as long as they can control him like a puppet, which they do, because a lot of the speeches I've watched him do, like addressing us.
It's not from his own mind.
He's changing a lot, huh?
I said it's not from his own mind.
No, hell no. Hell no.
Hell no. Just what you said. He's a puppet.
He's a puppet.
It's not genuine.
So until he starts,
he doesn't have a heart, so it can't be from his heart.
Right. Until he starts defying the party, that's when we'll see, or the House of Congress, whatever you want to call them, people. That's when we'll start seeing them be pushed against him, which is gonna come, because one thing about Trump that will not fail you, that we can count on, he's a big ass baby. When he doesn't get his way, he has temper tantrums, and he has always been that way, even from before he was fucking president, or allegedly president of the United States. He has always tweeted stuff that didn't make sense, called women cows, talked derogatory about anybody that stood in his way.
People like mentally ill.
Exactly, mentally ill people. Like he does not give a fuck.
He's crazy.
Yeah, does not give a fuck. So it's like you said, why he isn't impeached. But I do believe it's going to happen. I do believe it's on its way. It's just going to take some time, because he's gonna burn that bridge himself. And once them people in the house can't get him to do what they want him to do, or he starts having so many slip ups like he's having now. Tweet, because that Obama can sue, because that's like slander. Like, literally, you can't say what the fuck. I would, but he's probably just over the whole presidential situation, allegedly, because like I said, he's still my president. He's just on vacation for a while. He probably just don't want to deal with the press. He doesn't want to deal with representatives. He just needs a break. He's tired. The man's tired. So he just really need. He's on right. I mean, he's on his 9th year, but he probably just needs a little break. That's why he's not coming out and saying anything. But eventually, hopefully that happens. Hopefully he does say, like, this is some bullshit. I need to sue this dude. And I really do think that eventually, if he keeps fucking with he's gonna be like, fuck it. President Obama's gonna be like, I am fucking done. I can't take no more. You know, because not only did you submit me when I was in the house or in the White House, you're trying to submit me when I'm out of the White House, and literally you are the president, allegedly the president of the United States. Like, what else do you want from me? You know. But yeah, guys. So that's pretty much all the shit that I wanted to talk about, or we want to talk about on this video. We're about to get out of here. We had a very, very eventful weekend. Yes. So we did start watching Underground. I found a way to watch it.
The series is pretty good.
Pretty good. Literally, we've been watching it. We supposed to have been to this video, but we literally been trying to catch up. So I've been watching. We've been watching season 1, and I'm gonna go ahead and watch season 2, or the start of season 2, right? Because I have a secret way of watching. So alright, guys. You guys make sure you guys follow us on Twitter, which is
Captivity Television,
and make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Please comment. We love the comments. Hi to our new followers or subscribers. We saw y'all. Thank you for helping us get back to that number that we were at before we took that hiatus away. But we love you guys. We're out. Bye.